So that's me. So I was going through my bookshelves looking for my next book to read. But I couldn't make a decision because I'm oh so indecisive. So I went on YouTube to get some inspiration, and there were so many videos about TBRs. Thus, this video idea was born. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, I am going to be choosing my December TBR, and I decided to kind of have some fun with it and think of like a different way to do it. I am a mood reader, so I'm interested to see if I can stick to my TBR when I do my wrap up next month. I have never had a TBR for any reason. I always just read what I feel like it, when I feel like it type of thing. So I want to see if I like having a TBR, what I think about a TBR. So I decided to have some fun with it. I wrote numbers on ornaments and I stuck them in this little Christmas themed bag, and then I have a sheet right here numbered 1 through 45 of different prompts that I can choose from. And then after we choose the prompts, we're gonna go through my shelves here and we're gonna find books for my TBR. I think I'm only gonna do 8. That's about what I read a month right now, is 8 books, and I didn't want to force myself to try to overachieve or anything, so we're only going to choose 8 ornaments, and then we're going to go through the shelves and find books that match. So let's get started. That's actually really annoying. I'm sorry. Why am I closing my eyes? Okay, pick one, girl. 33. So my camera died. That's a great start. But that's what I was, so I got 33, and 33 is the final book in a series. So there's a few series I got pretty close to the end, and then sometimes I'm just not in the mood for them. The next number, 26, a rom-com book. So pretty excited about that. That's my reading book of choice. So I'm kind of glad I got that, because at least I get a book that I know I'll hopefully enjoy. Let's choose another one. 15. I'm holding it up like you can honestly see this, and you can't. So 15 is a book under 200 to 250 pages, so just like a quick small read, something easy. The fourth one, 31, and I did it again. 31 is a book with a workplace setting. The fifth one, number 11. Number 11 is start a new series. So there's quite a few series that I have that I could start, obviously. I don't know, I don't have any ideas yet of what I would want to start right now. But I like that, I kind of like this. It's kind of taking me out of my comfort zone. Okay, so the sixth one, 39. 39 is a book that ends in an odd number of pages. So I'm just going to go through different books and find a book that ends in an odd number of pages. That was self-explanatory. I really did not need to re-explain that to you. I could have left it. And I said, hey, let me throw you a bone you didn't need. Because I am just that kind of person. The seventh one, 27. Number 27 is a thick book with 500 plus pages. Wow, I got both. I got a thick one. Oh no. That's gonna be rough. That's gonna be really rough. I am in a slump too right now. Hopefully, maybe it'll get me out. Maybe it'll just get me out of my slump. And the last but not least, 42. And 42 is a place in the title. So I don't know if I have a book with a place in the title, but so I'm gonna just pick one more just in case I don't have a book with a place in the title. So the last one is 32, and 32 is Enemies to Lovers plot. One of my favorites. So to recap, we have the final book in a series, a rom-com book, a book under 200 to 250 pages, a book with a workplace setting, start a new series, a book that ends in an odd number of pages, a book with 500 or more pages, a book with a place in the title, and a book with an enemies to lovers plot. So those are my prompts. So then now we're gonna go to my shelves and see what we could find with those prompts. So let's go to the shelves. These are my shelves. So I kind of have them organized in like, this is my fantasy mystery section. This is like romance, contemporary, fiction, blah blah, and this is like primarily romance. So the first one was the final book in a series, and there's a few options that I could do with this one. So I have not completely finished the Inheritance game series. I still have the final book. I started it, but every time I read it, for some reason I just could not get into it like I got into the other ones, so I kept putting it down. Another series that I could finish would be the ACOTAR. I'm on the last book with Nesta and Cassian. I have not finished this one, so this is also one that I could do. I don't even know what it's called. 1 second. On my Kindle, I was reading the Chestnut Spring series, and I was on the last one in that series as well, which I think is Reckless, or is it I think it's Reckless, and I could do that one. I think I'm gonna do Reckless because I really do want to finish that series, and I do like love the town vibes of that book. So the next one is a rom-com book, so that's gonna be hard to kind of tell if they're rom-com until you read them. I think for a rom-com, I'm gonna do Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I think I want to read this book, and I've been wanting to get into her books, so this is the perfect opportunity to do that. The next prompt that we have is a book under 200 to 250 pages. So I'm gonna have to kind of look and see. I don't even know. Wait. We have a dilemma. I don't have any books. I have books that get close, like this one's like 270, but instead of just rounding, I'm just gonna pick another one. So pick another ornament. Oh, my hair. 20, and 20 is a fantasy novel. Great! I really want to get into fantasy, so this is perfect for me. I think, now I just have to decide. I have Legendborn, which I think is YA fantasy, which I really have been wanting to start. And then I have Lightlark, which I just got as well, which sounds good. And Powerless I also bought. I think I'm gonna do Legendborn. So I've been wanting to read this book and I just haven't picked it up, so we're gonna read Legendborn. So the next one is a book with a workplace setting. wish you guys could just like yell it out and be like, this book is worth it. I'm gonna pick Throttled. I think, because this is like a workplace setting in the sense of she has to be his like kind of babysitter, I think. So it's workplace setting enough, and I want to start it, so let's do that. And the next one is start a new series. I think I don't know, guys. I will start the Truly Devious series by Maureen Johnson. I've been wanting to start this. I hear it's pretty similar to the Inheritance games, and like it's like a murder mystery type thing with a little bit of Naturals vibe. So I'm going to start this one next. The next book is a book that ends in an odd number of pages. This one ends in an odd number of pages, and this is Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams, which I've never read anything by her either. So this actually, I kind of like this. I might do this again next month. Up with 500 plus pages. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm biting the bullet. I'm gonna finish Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas, and I know for sure this is like 700 pages, so I will do this one. And book with a place in the title. The only one that I can think of that I have right now is Crescent City, and I think that's a place. But I haven't finished Avatar, and they say to finish Avatar before you read that one, so I don't want to read out of order. So as I'm looking, I really do not think I have any books with places. So like I said, I did pick the other one, which was a book with an enemies to lovers plot. And I just picked up Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I know I'm already reading another Lauren Asher book, but I really want to read this one and see. And she writes enemies to lovers really well. I don't think any of the fantasies I have besides Powerless is enemies to lovers, so I would read this one. So to recap, for a final book in a series, I'm going to read Reckless in the Chestnut Springs series on my Kindle. So I don't have a physical copy of that. For a rom-com book, I chose Check and Mate by Ellie Hazelwood. For a fantasy novel, I chose Legendborn by Tracy Deonn. For a book with a workplace setting, I chose Throttled by Lauren Asher. To start a new series, I chose Truly Devious by Maureen Johnson. And a book that ends in an odd number of pages, I chose Practice Makes Perfect by Sarah Adams. With 500 or more pages, I chose A Court of Silver Flames by Sarah J. Maas. And then in Enemies to Lovers plot, I chose Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. And those were my 8 books that followed the prompts. This was actually really fun, and some of the books I chose I was putting off reading, or I just didn't even remember I had to read. I'm excited to mix it up this month and read more of different genres in different books that I probably wouldn't have picked. I'm obviously still going to read Christmas books and stuff like that, but these are the ones I'm going to sprinkle throughout. The ones that I'm going to try to stick to first, because I've never had a TBR, so we'll see how this goes. But thank you guys so much for coming along with me to pick all these lovely books, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!